Hello guys, how's it going? Screezilla here, I hope you're all well. So, today I'm going to be looking at World of Warships. And I'm playing the new, completely forgotten the name of it. It's, new mode. Scenario mode. Sorry. Completely forgot what I was talking about there. So, scenario mode is a new mode in World of Warships, and it's a weekly event, basically. Every week you get a different mission. Now, this is Operation Aegis, or Aegis, and it's basically 7 players against enemy ships. And it's really fun. Now, if you played the Halloween event, it's very similar to that. That was very much a testing ground for it. Now, this mode is open for ships of tier 5 and 6. So, most people can actually join up. You know, it's not too hard to get to tier 5 and 6 with the ships. So that's always handy. Now, you'll see some terribly aimed shots from me today. It's been a while since I last played. So that's not very helpful, but this is probably my best game. My first game was a write-off. It all depends on the team you get, really. And I tell you what, you see some interesting plays. We're going to see a couple in this game, in fact. But one of the most interesting things I had last game was I had a Leander and a Cleveland decide to block my path. The Cleveland stopped me from getting in this smoke screen and turning to get all my guns on bear of the enemy ships. The Leander decided to launch torpedoes behind me. Now, this is an AI ship here, driving straight into me. Now, I was hoping to get across to this island to get out the way of this guy. Unfortunately, I can't actually get past him because he's driving into me, so I have to turn left, which kind of ruins my play a little bit, but it does mean I can start focusing on the guys to the left-hand side. Now, you get waves of ships coming, and every wave you have to deal with, of course. Now, this gameplay is different to the last one. The last one you had to protect a port. This one you have to destroy an escort of enemy ships and take them out, and also save your own friendly cargo ships. So you'll see up in the top left there, you actually get tasks. So we have to save the shores, capture the strategic area, and destroy 5 ships within 2 minutes. Now, those are the secondary tasks. Every secondary task you complete, you get an extra star. The extra stars really help because they add, you know, coins to your collection and experience. So the more tasks you complete, the better you will be for experience and stuff like that. Trying to get a couple of good hits there. Now, this exact mission suits cruisers a lot more than any other ship. Destroyers are hopeless, pretty much. You need something with a lot of durability.
Destroy the escorting ships.
So you want to have something that's quite sturdy and quite got quite good firepower, basically. Now you see there my shots go short because I was clicked on the boat in the foresight there. Didn't help very well. But the main thing is, after this sort of section here where you're taking out these cruisers and a couple of destroyers, you've got to take out some aircraft carriers. And there are a lot of enemy planes that come. So anti-aircraft cover is very useful in this mode. In this game, you want to have anti-aircraft guns. Now, I've chosen the Bayern because it's one of the better battleships for AAA defense in tier 5 and 6, well, tier 6. It's nowhere near the American premium battleships, or the American battleships in general, they tend to have a lot more anti-aircraft coverage to them than any other nation. But the Bayern tends to have a really good AAA cover. Now watch this Cleveland here. He's just saved me from a torpedo spread, but he's completely taken himself out of the game. Yeah. Good play there. Good play there, buddy. That's the kind of teammates you can expect, in all honesty. I've found there have been some really good players. I've actually got some fantastic players on this team. A couple of the cruiser players were brilliant, and the aircraft carrier was awesome in this game. But the other battleship and other cruisers, yeah, they questionable. We'll put it that way. Questionable tactics they had. You get quite close to a lot of ships as well, so having that secondary battery is very handy. See here, my secondaries are blasting off at this guy. Get some shots with my main guns through him and take him out with ease. Now, you do get some AI help here as well. We've got some AI ships on our team, so you'll see the man there is an AI and things like that. There are a few AIs. Now, you'll also see the Liberty ships over there, and they're the transport ships we have to protect. So the man there launched torpedoes towards me, of course, but luckily it's an American torpedo ship, so they do run out of steam pretty quickly. Now I want to fire on this Kuma over here, so I try and get a couple of shots in, but it looks like he's going to be taken out before I hit. Oh no, I got a couple of good hits on him, that's good news. So I turn my guns towards the enemy Mayoko over there. He's closest now, so we need to take out these ships in particular, because these are the ones that are transporting our ships. With these in-game, we can't take over the Liberty ships. Now, the Shores has actually sunk. You'll see just in... well, it's sunk now, actually. You can see that it's gone down, and we have to now save the captain of that ship. The Shores is pretty much going to sink every single game, because the captain is a bit foolhardy and charges into battle. A bit like I'm doing here. But seeing I've got pretty much all my health, and I'm in a battleship, I can take those hits. Now, it's very important for battleships to tank in this mode. You have to play the ships well. By no means am I playing well. I would never say I'm playing well, because usually I play terribly. Get a hit on the waterline of that Kuma, do nothing, it over-penetrates, sadly. But I'm trying to keep the gunfire on me, rather than my teammates. And that's what's happening here. I'm getting a lot of shots at me, and that Mayoko there is about to go down, so I'm going to switch my attention to the Kuma. But what that means is my friends in the two cruisers can fight without worry of being hit. So it's important to have one or two battleships on board, because they can just absorb the damage. You know, 4 ships firing at me, and I'm not even below half health yet. It starts to get a little bit scary, of course, because, you know, when you start losing a lot of health, you start to panic a little bit, but the main thing is they were firing at me and not my friendlies. So, as I said, it is important to try and take fire and offer fire support. Now, that last ship is going to go down. The Perth took him down. Perth and the... I don't know who's left, actually. The Perth and the Nuremberg played really well in this game.
Attention.
As well as the
Ryoga
carrier. Unfortunately, it was the... not so good for the other players. And unfortunately, it was the Cleveland that went down, because the Cleveland is one of the best ships for this mode, because it has defensive fire. Now, taking out things like the my French cruiser, it really suffers in this mode. It's great for the first little bit, but when it comes to this section, with 3 enemy carriers all sending their planes to take out our Liberty ships, it gets a bit hard. Now, The Nuremberg there makes a legend run. He's going towards that carrier, so he's going to get the focus of their planes on him, which is really what we need to do. We need to try and get the planes to focus on our team players rather than the ships. But it's not just carriers that will be coming. There's also enemy ships coming. And we need to really protect those Liberty ships as much as we can. Because, well, they're very soft targets. A couple of hits there. Not too much damage, though, unfortunately. Pretty much at the edge of my range there. One of the good things about the Bayern is you have about just under 17 kilometers gun range, of course, but you have those great secondaries, and that works really well in this mode, I find, because you tend to get quite close to the enemy at the start. And I notice those torpedoes, but luckily the AI of these ships is pretty good, and they tend to dodge quite a few. Get a citadel on the carrier there, which is good news. Cause some serious damage, and now I'm providing anti-aircraft fire support for our team. Nuremberg has taken out one of the carriers. Brilliant, that's good news. But I'm sort of alone now with these Liberty ships, and a force of about 3 to 4 enemy cruisers and battleships coming at me. And this is pretty tricky now, because now I need to try and get their attention, get them firing at me, of course, not our Liberty ships. Now, luckily they're firing at the Nuremberg at the moment, but they will soon start to change their attention. Unfortunately, I think the Nuremberg's actually... he's still good in health, actually, that's good. But he's getting a lot of enemy fire. Now, of course, I could sail into that area and try and take them all on myself. The issue with that, though, is there's going to be a lot of enemy planes coming soon. And we need some form of anti-aircraft support in this area. It would have worked out a lot better, say, if I'd gone over that way and taken the fire. But we need somebody here for the anti-aircraft. And unfortunately, Nuremberg's not too bad for the anti-aircraft, but the perf is terrible for it. So it kind of works out best doing it this way, because I have the best anti-aircraft guns of all of those ships. And of course I can still fire at the enemy from here, but with reduced accuracy. Now you'll see that Liberty ship in front there is now getting an absolute pummeling. You can just see those rounds coming in at them. All we need, though, is for one of those Liberty ships to get to the safe zone, that port there. And if all of them make it, then we get a bonus. We're getting shots from the Isahachi there. I apologise if I'm butchering any names of ships. I have a hard enough time talking as it is. But sometimes the enemy ship's names can be a bit tricky. So that Liberty ship is getting a pounding. You can see that its health is going down very quickly, and you can see why. Because there is probably about 10 to 20 guns firing at it now. I have to turn here just to avoid that torpedo. Try shots towards the Myoka there. And that Liberty ship is very low on health. Will it make it? Those last rounds are going towards it. Oh, this isn't looking good. Look at all those shots. And they all miss. And it makes it to the zone just as it gets blown up. Because it made it to that zone, it meant we completed the task with all ships alive. Fantastic. Yeah, it worked very well for us. And as you hear, my computer is throwing a hissy fit now, because I was watching us on a replay. Okay, guys, look, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it interesting. If you play World of Warships, absolutely try this mode. It is amazingly fun. It's really good fun. It's much better than PvE, because there's actually tasks you have to fulfill. It feels really... really good when you finish one of these missions, and it's a pretty good earner as well. I made $250,000 I can't remember the currency, 250,000 silver coiny things. And also, I got 24 hours of premium account for completing this mission. Another thing you get for this is you get premium account for it. If you do well enough, you get certain rewards for it, which is really, really handy. I think you only get the premium once a week for it, but still, you get 24 hours of premium once a week for completing one of these. So well worth doing it just for that alone. But also, you get some good coins, you get some good experience, and really, it can be a lot of fun as long as you get a good team. Okay, guys, have a wonderful day. And this is Screezilla out for now. Bye-bye.